Hi, welcome to this video. Under the olive trees, navigating your financial life in Italy. I thought I'd just have a little wander today with you around this on the video. Again, I'm sure you've seen it already on some of my videos, but the beautiful olive groves. We have a gorgeous afternoon, wintry afternoon here in Umbria, and as you can see, the sun's kind of starting to set behind us, and it's there's that beautiful, amazing olive tree there, old one, about 600-700 years old, so I'm told. Anyway, I thought I'd have a little wander around with you and show you some of the things I've been getting up to. And I did want to talk to you about something financial as well, but essentially I don't think I've shown you so far all of the land that we've got here in the new house in Umbria, but as you can see, we're surrounded by olive trees, various fruit trees as well, and it really is kind of a pleasure. As you can see, my sort of morning activities at 7 a.m. when my wife goes to work and my son goes to school are sort of clearing up the land and making things a bit more beautiful than they were before, if that's even possible. Let's just say a bit more tidy. Anyway, in this video I wanted to talk to you about something which a lot of people ask me about, or there's a bit of confusion I should say about it, and that's how do you declare your bank account in Italy when you become a resident here. It's a bit strange because there's two rules regarding it. The first one is that if your bank account, okay, actually I'll just rewind, because the first of all is how do you define your bank account. The taxation on bank accounts held overseas is definable by conto corrente depositi in Italy. Now that, to the likes of as Anglo-Saxons, let's say, so Australian, British, American, might mean things like CDs in America, national savings certificates in the UK, or something in Australia, which I'm not so sure about, an equivalent. But actually in Italy, all it really refers to is your conto corrente, is your current account, and conto deposito would be sort of just like a savings account. Anything else would be normally defined as another financial asset and will be taxed separately. But if it's just a current account or a savings account, then it would be taxed as follows. So there are two rules that you need to know. The first one is that if the balance goes over 15,000 euros, bearing in mind if your account is in a different currency, then you need to convert it into euros. If it's over 15,000 euros for at least one day during the year, then the account must be declared, but only for monitoring purposes. Monitoring mean that you put it on your quadro RW, so that's the section RW on your tax return, and it's what's called monitored. The box for it would be clicked monitored and it wouldn't be taxed. It the second rule refers to what would trigger the taxation, and this one's slightly different and lower in that it would require that the average balance of your account over the year would not have exceeded 5,000 euros. Or should I say, if it exceeds 5,000 euros, then it has to be reported in your Italian tax return and it has to be taxed. What is the tax? Well, that's the daft thing. It's 34 euros per account where it's gone over those 5,000 euro balance. To me, at that kind of amount, if you're ever confused, then I have a little saying that I tell people, and I say, if in doubt, declare the account, because at 34 euros it's better to declare it rather than the tax authorities discovering it and then later on wanting some sanctions and penalties. So I wouldn't really get too over involved in worrying about median balances and daily balances, and I would just give the account to your commercialista if you're using one, report it yourself or whatever you happen to be doing, and literally get it in your tax return. However, those two rules are the main thing. So for example, your account could have gone over 15,000 euros for at least one day during the year, but it may not have triggered 5,000 euros as a median, as an average balance in your account during the year. In that case, your account still needs to be monitored, but it wouldn't be taxed. You wouldn't have to pay the 34 euros. However, if your account, for example, had not gone over the daily rate of 15,000, but your average balance was over 5,000 for the year, then of course you have triggered the taxation. And at that point, you need to declare it on your tax form, and you would have to pay the 34 euros. Of course, there's always interest, tax on interest to pay as well. That's at 26% in Italy. So those are really the two main things to consider when declaring your bank account in Italy. As I say, my saying is, if in doubt, declare the account. For 34 euros, I don't think it's worth it. If you're confused or you're unsure whether you should or you shouldn't, obviously you can speak to your commercialista and they will be able to confirm for you as well. But in the event that there's confusion about whether you should do these things or not, I would always say to do it. You can see the house in the background there. The persiane, which is the shutters, are in a sagey green, which I took a risk on myself, but seemed to have worked out quite nice. So I'm quite happy with that. I don't know how I've managed to, but I've managed to end up at one of the old, what they call secolare olive trees, which I'm told is about 600 to 700 years old, which would concur with the part of the house where we have a private consecrated chapel in there, and that would concur with the age of the olive trees as well. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for joining me again under the olive trees on this beautiful afternoon in the sunshine, if albeit a little bit crisp and cool. But I will join you again for other videos soon. If you've got any questions, you know where I am. Please follow me on these videos. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will inevitably give you some more videos very soon. Thank you, and have a good day.